Hello you guys, it is Black Anime here with another Black Anime review. And as you can see from the title, today I will be reviewing the anime Blue Exorcist to celebrate the fact that Season 2 has finally been announced and we will get it in 2017. So 6 long years we haven't gotten anything other than one movie, but that was 4 years ago from Blue Exorcist. We got some mangas, but I've deep down inside we all wanted a season 2, and now it's finally around the corner. So enjoy this review, tell me what you think, and let's get right into it. Okay you guys, first let's talk about the story. First, the story opens up in a world where humans and demons live not side by side but in two separate worlds, where the demons seep through and attack the living. And that's where Exorcist comes in, where people train to become exorcists to defeat these demons. But a unique incident has taken place where a demon has had the devil has had a child with a human. And that human being Rin Okumura, who has taken on his powers. And is now wanting revenge on the devil. Now, I'm not going to tell you why, because that's a huge spoiler. But he wants revenge on the devil, and now is on his way to train to become an exorcist. That's where the story starts off. That's how we kick off this awesome story. Now, let's talk about the characters. Now, there's a huge list of characters, as you guys know, but I want to talk about 3 of them. Okay, first character is Rin Okumura, the devil's son. He was born with the devil's power, and it's sealed away in a sword, right? His main sword that he uses throughout the series. He's a very kind, misunderstood person. People look at him, and just because of the way he looks, the way his attitude kind of is, like this aura around him, people think he's just an asshole, you know, a good-for-nothing delinquent, and just here to cause trouble. But he's really not. He's a kind soul. He loves to help people. And as you see in the first episode, he saves some birds from getting rocks thrown at them. He'll do anything he can to help anyone in any situation he happens to see. He's just a nice, down-to-earth guy who started out life not wanting to be an exorcist whatsoever. Then we have his brother Yukio. Now, I forgot to mention they were adopted by a priest. Very important part to mention. But you have his brother Yukio, who is also the son of the devil, but didn't pick up any of his abilities, and who's been training to become an exorcist all of his life. Since they were first adopted by the priest, they've been working, and he's been working to become an exorcist. He is, I guess you could call him the typical smart anime character. You know, he's kind of a know-it-all, thinks he's the best at everything, and thinks he's higher level than anyone just because he's been training for so long. And then, last character, but not least, let me see. Sorry, you guys. Like I said, it's been 5 years since this anime came out. I haven't watched it in a while. But then we have the dean of the Exorcist school, Felice. That's all I'm going to go by. Felice. He's a very flamboyant character. I'm not calling him gay or anything. I'm just saying he's very in-your-face, la-di-da-di-da. If you've seen Tokyo Ghoul, he reminds me a lot of, I forgot his name, but the one who's obsessed with Kaneki. He's just one of those characters that is meant to be kind of like a serious yet comedy release, you know? He's just there to be there. He's very... we don't know a lot about him. Well, you guys know. I read the mangas. I'm caught up on the mangas. But in this season, you don't know much about him. You know he's the dean. He's very weird. The way he does things is there's always a reason he does something, and it always happens to go his way. Now, moving on to sound and animation, you guys. The sound and animation in this show, well, you gotta realize, if you haven't watched this and you're watching this review to see if you should watch it, the sound and animation throughout this show is, like, I love the sound. Love it. Love both intros, love both outros. but the animation at some scenes it seems to lack. But when the action scenes are happening, it's just holy shit. Like, you could rewatch this anime and think, oh, you could tell this is an older anime. Not older, but 5 years old. But at the same time, you look at it and you when those action scenes happen, you're kind of confused and you're thinking to yourself, is this anime really 5 years old? Like, the animation has its good times and its bad times, is what I'm trying to say. And the sound is always good, you know. You get that nice sound through the fight scenes, the just everyday walking scenes, just every scene works out well with the music. Now, moving on to the bad, because every anime has a bad, whether it be the best anime or the worst anime. Now, let's talk about some of the bads from this show. One is that we haven't gotten a season 2, and it's been 5 years. And I know it's been announced. I know some companies have problem getting money and stuff, and that's not necessarily their fault. There will be a video about that. I will have a video out about why we need to fund the anime community. But like I was saying, it's not necessarily their fault, but they still allowed it to happen. We went 5 years, now 6, because technically it's not coming out until 2017, years without season 2. And with no explanation, really. I went to the panel at AX for Blue Exorcist 2, and they didn't really explain why it didn't happen. It just didn't happen, is what they had to say. Now, my theory is because they wanted the mangas to get ahead. They don't want to put filler in there. But at the same time, then what's the point of the movie? That just seems like it was all filler. Like, they're like, okay, you know what? We need to try to get people back on this Blue Exorcist wagon, but it didn't work out for that. Another problem I have with the show is it seems extremely rushed, especially that ending. I'm not a fan of the ending, and the whole show itself just seems a little quick, I guess you can say. Like 25 episodes. I know what you're all thinking, oh, that's not too quick. That seems like a decent amount of episodes. Yes, but at the same time, when 25 episodes of a show that, you know, isn't even complete is trying to end it on good terms so people aren't upset, it just kind of picks up the pace and rushes it. And you could tell that they're rushing it, I would say, around episode, maybe even the first episode. The first episode was really quick. The way you learn things, you're like, oh, this, and then it's like, oh, first episode over, we're ending it here. And it just like shoves a ton of information down your throat instead of taking the nice time, you know, 1, 2 episodes, maybe even 3 episodes to explain characters, to explain plots, to explain, you know, what's happening. You're just kind of thrown into this world, thrown into the characters, and when they shove all that information down your throat, they're just hoping that you understand it. And that's what I feel is wrong with this show. They rushed it, they made us wait so long for season 2, and well, the fan base around it. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're a fan of Blue Exorcist, I'm a fan of Blue Exorcist, I'm not dissing you guys. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. Like, the reason we didn't get a season 2, in my opinion, is 1, the filler. They don't want fillers. And then 2, the funding. Now, if you're a Blue Exorcist manga buyer like I am, I have all 15 chapters as of right now, you will understand that the manga paused for almost 7 months, 8 months. And that's because they're running out of funds. And why they're running out of funds? Because Blue Exorcist fans just expect to get things given to them. Like, they're expecting a season 2 just to be given to them. They're expecting the mangas just to be given to them. When it comes down to it, though, we need to support it. And I'm not going to go too much into that, because like I said, I'm going to have a whole video about it. But Blue Exorcist fans just don't want to support the anime, and that's a problem. And that's the big problems with Blue Exorcist. And like I said, the animation lacks on some parts, but the action scenes is the only part that I feel the animation is really good. But moving on to my final review. Now, as you guys know, the way I like to do these is kind of like my anime list. You know, you have terrible, you have bad. I mean, you have terrible, very bad, bad, below. I mean, you have terrible, bad, below average, average, above average, good, great, and then amazing. I forgot very bad, but yeah. And I'm gonna give this show, as of now, because this is season 1 review, an average. Now it's not terrible, it's not amazing. I'm not gonna. This is an anime that I think would be a good starter anime, but if you're way into anime, I personally wouldn't suggest this show to you. It's a good show. Like, it's a good show. I'm not saying it's bad. I don't know how to word this right. As you can tell, I'm struggling to try to tell you. Like, I like this show. Other people like this show. I'm not saying you wouldn't like this show. I just don't feel it's worth the time. You have tons of other shows you can watch that are completed or are continuing or are still going on, instead of watching an incomplete anime. For example, the anime Gangsta, which I will have a review for. It's a great overall anime. It's just incomplete, so I wouldn't ever suggest it to someone. And that's how I feel about this one. It's incomplete. But with season 2 coming, it's starting to get completed again. So tell me what you guys think. If you've watched this, or if you watch this anime, then come back to this video. Comment below. Tell me what you guys think about this review. Tell me what you guys think about this anime. Tell me what you guys think about season 2 coming out. And also, I have the teaser trailer for season 2 on this channel. I'll put it in the link description below. You can also just click on my little icon down there. I don't know how to make it pop up here yet. But you guys can do all of that. And if you liked my video, please comment. If you like it, like it. If you like it so much that you're just in love with my channel, share it and subscribe. Once again, you guys, thank you for watching Black Anime.